Hi, listeners.
Hi, listeners.
I'm Jami.
I'm Joel.
And we are
Two People Evolving.
with all of you.
Yay.
And for those of you tuning in for the first time, you can check out also more about us. Oh, that was improper grammar.
What?
You can check out also. You can check
you can
out
also-
also more about us.
You can find us.
This is really not a promo, but we just did want to share.
Yeah, so.
You can go to www.com
twopeopleevolving.com.
and you can find out a little more about us. And there's other shows that are archived there as well.
Yes, that's true.
But this show is exciting because it's 2018.
We are in a new year.
I know.
And
I'm drumming.
Oh, yeah. And Jamie's got a little drum. There you go.
This table's granite. This sounds great. Really am. What an exciting year.
Yeah, it really is.
Listeners, can you feel the excitement going on out there?
I
Feel
hope so.
maybe some of the fear going on out there too? There is a lot going on in the world.
It's impossible not to be feeling excited, isn't it?
Well, I'm feeling very excited. I also acknowledge there's a lot of people feeling a lot of fear.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, but let's go for the excitement.
Yeah, because the excitement is we are in paradigm change.
Nice.
Paradigm shift. What has been hidden on this planet for a long time is coming forward. Some of it like a jack in the box, like it just gets
popped up.
Something gets really wound up in the.
I didn't.
And some of those little heads coming up are really creepy.
Don't pay attention to the person behind the thing.
Yeah, but masks are coming off these little scary things, and that's the beauty of this paradigm shift is things are being freed that have been hidden for a long time. We're moving forward. And yes, there's a lot going on in the world, but the goal of my goal would be for this show today, since we are two people evolving with all of you, is we take this evolutionary high road. And yes, there's a lot going out in the world, and it will mirror to us what we need to clean up in ourselves. Because whatever we're afraid of or whatever we're judging and making wrong, the mirrors are active in front of us. The situations are there where if we're getting triggered, there's something in us that may be reacting, and there's a burr on our fur somewhere responding.
Right.
Or some reactionary program that we better look at, and we get to really choose with our gift of life, right? Mm-hmm. We really get to choose whether we want to continue to feed and empower our reactions, or if we really want to start empowering more awareness and presence, so that we can
opening up our heart more and more to love more and more. Yeah. And
the whole evolutionary path, as we all can be experiencing, is really about opening ourselves more to love and presence. And rather than judging and reacting, learning to assess from deeper levels and bring the heart into situations and being present so that we can be proactive with new ways, new choices, and new feelings we get to choose for ourselves. And we get to take task on what will we believe, what will we continue to empower, and what we're going to go, enough. I don't need to believe that anymore.
That's very good, because that's really lovely, because that's an empowered state to recognize what beliefs are serving me and which ones are distorting my points of view and my perception.
And there's a lot of distortions out there.
Well, but we're revealing.
But they're getting revealed.
Yes.
And all of this stuff is happening in the world. It's so exciting because it's really showing so clearly where the imbalances are.
Yeah.
And the insanity. I can just stop there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But you know what? This is our time to realize that out there is not going to save us, because it's in here.
It is.
Where we are waking up to our self-realization that we're so much more than what we've been told.
Yes. And what we've believed. Yeah. We've taken it on. We have to take on for ourselves. We have to have personal self-responsibility here. Like, wait a minute. And because I love what you said, that the external world is mirroring what's within us. And if we get triggered by someone, a perspective, a circumstance, a condition, whatever it might be that we are experiencing,
there's our work.
It's like, oh, so that's actually, it's not them, it's not the situation. It's my interpretation.
Well, let's just say even we think it's them. We can.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just stay with even that one.
All right.
This is such a powerful year. Things are manifesting very quickly. And there's scientific reasons for that. There's metaphysical, spiritual reasons. I mean, we're in a new paradigm that's hopping.
Yeah.
Our thoughts are manifesting. Our beliefs are manifesting. Creator always says yes.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how I see it.
Exactly.
So what I'm thinking about and I'm giving my attention about, if I'm staying jacked up over politics or fighting for dogma that I want to believe and hold on to
that
tight,
you get to.
whatever, if I'm fighting to hold on or just whatever, I can't be fresh and reverent and present for what's actually new that might really, what is really happening. If I'm so busy pushing and empowering old beliefs, or so busy fighting or trying to make wrong because I need that situation to fit into this little box to make my life safe, or I need these people to act in a certain way so that I feel safe. And whatever that is, it's this big push going on this planet now that's pushing us in this new age of enlightenment, or this new golden age of the heart. We're really in this new age that's been happening since 2012, paradigm shift for all of us, where we're realizing it's no longer going to be productive for us as a species to just keep thinking everything out there is the truth. Everything out there is just everything out there. It's all external.
Exactly. It's right.
There's nothing out there that's going to save us. It's the inwardness. It's who we are.
Yeah. What seems to be is to those to whom it seems to be. In other words, we cannot see what we can't see. And if we hold on to these old programs and these old conditioned ways of living, then that is what we're going to continue seeing in our world, even though there's something new to see, because the human mind is incapable of seeing anything beyond its present level.
Yes.
Yet the human mind is capable of expanding beyond its present level. So we can't see anything but the contents of what we're conscious of. But guess what? We can see so much. There's so much more to see.
Well, it's our beliefs that set the limits. But it's also, as Wayne Dyer says, you'll see it when you believe it.
There you go. Yeah.
So this is a great year to look at all that. Because things are happening so fast, almost instantaneous sometimes with thoughts and manifestations. So listeners, have you noticed that in your life? Have you noticed that things are speeding up for how they're manifesting when you're putting strong intention towards something? Or if you're riled up about something, have you noticed how much faster your ship sinks?
And more intense it is, it seems to be, doesn't it?
Yeah, our attention, wherever it is placed,
right,
as a power for good or a power for more complication or chaos.
Yeah, I knew that. Chaos, yeah, it's...
Wherever you put, where's the payoff?
Yeah,
I'm doing
right.
Word merges. This is the ascension
That's
symptom.
cute.
I know this happens, but where are we putting our attention this year, listeners?
Well, there's a great question, and there's a great thing to look at deeply. Like, where am I placing my attention seriously?
And for me, what the only thing that can work is my attention will follow my intention. Everything I say yes to by using my gift of life and my free will choice, I really want that to reflect what I stand for. What is my life? Who am I? And what do I stand for this year? And I make, I kind of jump into these things and grab on to some pretty strong intentions. But this is it. Listeners, if you're ready, there's never been a time greater with the energies present and the light that is coming into this planet to push through what's not working in our life and to bring us back into remembrance of who we are. The veils are so thin that they're not even there sometimes between worlds now. Heaven is here. The worlds are coming together where heaven on earth is really becoming it's already our greater reality, but the unseen is becoming seen more and more and more. And when we put our attention on that and watch that and feed that and participate in that, it is quantum leaps that we're taking. We can feel ourselves in this one field of life.
Yeah, we
it's
can.
Exciting. This is
yes,
an exciting year.
It's a very exciting time because now is the only time there is. So tomorrow's expressions are from today's impressions. What I'm doing right now, how I'm feeling right now, is not disappearing. It doesn't just go to the past. This moment doesn't just disappear. It actually moves forward to be met again. So what I am giving now, I will be harvesting in the so-called future. But it's all there because,
today creates tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we don't consciously use our awareness to set our intentions and interview our heart's desires, because people, let's get out of the head. Oh, ouch. That's painful. The head was really designed as the mind or the brain power that would assist our heart on this planet. And we've kind of get upside down with that sometimes with all the doingness and the busyness.
True.
And the push of the world. If we want to believe in the push of the world and stay addicted to the TVs and the medias and the ads and the pushing that constantly tell us we're not enough, well, okay, that's a choice. But to stop the exhaustion of all the pushing and all the overstimulation and everything that's causing our body's physiologies and nervous systems to be so exhausted, we become addicted to the exhaustion itself.
Yes,
because we think within the exhaustion is the next thing out there that's going to fix us or the next technology that will do something. But, knock, knock, our hearts want us to come home this year. This is the golden age of the heart. We've gone out of the age of rationalism, industrialism. We tore everything apart to fully understand it as best we could, only to find out what we were tearing apart was infinite anyway. So do we want the insanity to keep tearing it apart, or can we finally use the parts and what we learned as the takeouts from what the parts were representing?
I'm trusting that we're going to get disturbed enough to go, wait a second. There's got to be something else. This can't be it, because it just isn't it. And I think when we finally get disgruntled enough to go, hold it. Is there something else? Is there another way of doing all this? Because this way doesn't seem to work. It works only to so much, and then it's like it falls apart. So yeah, there is. So the inner investigation is a wonderful choice to make for yourself. So if you're disgruntled and you're having a challenge with whatever, with your circumstance, situations, relationships, whatever they are, and they're really pushing buttons, lovely. Now go in and go, oh, it's not them. It's not that. It's me.
Listeners.
Oh, no, it's me.
Listeners, have you noticed not only is there a lot of buttons being pushed out there on people, but there's a lot of things standing on people's buttons right now. I mean, look at your own life. What's happening? And I mean, look at my life. But I love it when a button is pushed. I might, want to swing like a mad kitten, when it first happens. But it's pushing, and what's pushing is pushing me to have a new way that I want to step forward with calm and grace into that situation, because that situation as an external thing does not need to have charge over my reality.
It's the greatest gift that could possibly happen. That's the way we need to see it. We need to understand the buttons that are getting pushed is a great gift for ourselves, because it's pushing us to remember who we really are.
Yes. And
let go of all these things that are misperceived. It's a perfect opportunity. So yeah, we should, I think on my license plate, I think it's probably perfect. It's all good. Even when it feels bad, it's good. It's a good thing to feel bad, because it will awaken us to like, oh, it's my choice, isn't it?
Well, what feels bad is what wants love.
Yes, exactly.
The pain points the way to what's hurting so that we can call love into that. And if that doesn't make sense, and that might be a concept that's new to hear right now, there's so many beautiful spiritual philosophy paths to take with that, or to work with your own ministries or your own philosophies, however that is. But it's as Course of Miracles teaches, that it's either love or a call for love. So fear is really a call for love.
Absolutely.
And everything, as far as I can see in our human experience, is calling us to move through what is just seen or perceived with the limited senses of humanness, or perceived through the filters and the consciousness and programs that we've inherited or are being created and put out into the world, because controlling people with programs is a great way to feed other systems going on in this world that are external things, not concerned if we have an internal relationship with something bigger than we are. In fact, there's a lot of things out in this world that don't want us to have that kind of a relationship, because that's really where the power is at in our humanity, and we wouldn't be very controllable then.
Well, that's good, because we're going to go radical, and we're not going to allow that to be controlling us at all anymore. So there's my choice for 2018, that I have freedom of choice.
That's right. And you know, when we see these things and feel these things standing on our buttons, we can continue to maybe do some little patterns of reaction and roaring and spending all day with Facebook slams and addicted to the news reports that are on our team, or whatever we're doing. But the best thing we can do is just stop the reaction and choose one that makes us feel better, engaged in our heart, and send that blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one blessing, the energy and the vibration of a blessing and a love, and sending that raises 1,000 times the energy, at least, of something that is coming across in a negative, or something that is separating people, or in duality, or in something that is, let's just say, a low vibration, duking it out with humanity. Do we want to unite, or do we want to be agents for uniting on this planet, or do we want to be agents to continue to hack up, whack, and divide? I mean, this is really what our paradigm shift is about now. What do we want to choose?
It's about seeing that there is only one, and we are aspects of that one. And if we are acting out in unloving ways, or if we see somebody acting out in unloving ways, we can know that that's a state of consciousness, because there are states of consciousness that we can fall into unknowingly. But now it's time to wake up and realize, oh no, I can choose this way of living. And I can have discernment. I can see that they're doing that, but that's not them.
Do we
that's
want
what
to
they're
get
doing.
hooked and buy into it and send more of our angst to a situation that's already exhausted by
Exactly.
angst? Or do we want to settle ourselves down, step away, read the headline if you have to look at headlines, but do you need to throw yourself in 3 hours of it? Get the gist of where the blessing is needed. Mm-hmm. Get the gist of where you're going to choose to make a difference in your life. And I think there's so many of us doing that right now in this united consciousness globally, that there's all kinds of magical things happening.
There really are.
In fact, what's been being pushed on us to suppress us as a species is now all tumbling up and out.
It's falling apart.
Through all of it. And it's demonstrating itself in 1,000 ways. We all probably have a few good ideas of what that is. But this year, really for all of us, what is our intention? How do we want to use our gift of life?
Yes.
And can we follow the excitement of our heart? Can we stop worrying about what's going on out there? Be concerned in a healthy way, but put your focus on what you're doing to make a difference within your own life, in your own community, and to send the blessings to that which you might,
consider less than loving, let's say.
Or could spend some significant time with opinions and debates and contributing more charge to something that's already on fire. Fire needs something
to
light,
eat. Yeah, it needs food to eat.
And there's a time for fire. All the elements are important, but it's time for balance now. This is really what our lives are being called to this year, is the kind of balance where our overactive brains can settle into not serving the master of the brain in the external world, but can bow to what our heart wants.
Good, yeah.
And that we choose where we're going to place our awareness and feed ourselves that. Give ourselves everything that enlivens us, from good quality food to times in nature to the things that really bring you joy and can help you be present in life instead of more fully distracted or busy.
Perfect. I love that. So my 2018 is I'm going to make my intentions to be. It almost sounds like what happens on the first of the year? What do we give? Do we do our resolutions?
Sure.
New Year's resolution? Yeah, well, whatever. But to just be more aware of who I really am. And I do that best by closing out the distractions and going more within to the larger dimensional world.
Yeah.
So there's that's for me. What about you?
Oh, I'm continuing to look in myself. Where are there distortions for love? Where may there still be some shields on my heart that could edit how I'm receiving love or giving love out into the world? Because when I'm safe in my field of love, which is the infinite field of love,
Right.
then I'm not knee-jerking reaction to everything going on in the world. It's so natural to send that blessing and the compassion for my brothers and sisters out there. Or for me, when I look in the mirror on a tough day, when things are coming up for me that want more love, or I didn't get my way about something, and God, it would have been so much more convenient if I could have. Or what didn't happen.
I like easeful
God,
things.
I love ease. And it's meant to be in ease. When we're in flow with our divine self presence, that we are in that co-creative relationship, we've got to take the time to call ourselves present to that presence.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're doing that and feeling the sweetness of that, however you want to do that, listeners, you all know if you're listening to a show like this, and many of you have been following us for a while, we're on a high evolutionary path. We've committed to remember who we are, and we've committed to bring love
You're right.
to the unlovable, and to realize the unlovable just wants love.
Yeah, right. It's just,
shadows
because
come
love
into the
is the
light.
foundation for it all.
That's
This
it.
whole foundation is based on love. So why not embrace that?
Yes. So listeners, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
We
do
love you, and we want the best for you this
And Jamie,
year.
I love doing this with you.
2018.
It's so fun. It's always
It's good to be
so
on air
fun.
with you, Joel.
So
Happy 2018, listeners.
Yeah.
Interview your heart.
celebrate.
Celebrate. Find your real deep heart's desire for the intention this year. You've probably done that already, but take another step to really clarify what's your deepest desire. And what are you going to choose to empower with your beliefs this year? And what are you going to need to release to do that? Simplify your life so you can be present for your heart. And join us as we continue to breathe in and bless this world, this planet, our brothers and sisters, ourselves in the mirror, all life, all kingdoms. We are living in harmony. If we're choosing that, we're already born to be in natural harmony with all that is. So take our hands. We're giving them to you right now.
Oh,
See,
nice.
I wish you could see.
There they are.
Take our hands.
Yeah.
Step
And hearts.
up with us. Oh.
Yeah.
Hold your heart. World in your heart too, listeners. Have a beautiful year, listeners. We'll see you again in another radio show.
Lovely.
Joel, it's been fun.
Oh, yeah, Jamie. Always.
Listeners,
Thanks so much.
thanks so much, and until next time.
Until next time.